today's video is all about olopatadine eye drops. They're also known as Pataday, and they're used to treat seasonal allergies. This video is really perfect because right now I am definitely starting to suffer from the itchy eyes, the watery eyes, and the exciting thing is that the Pataday, also known as olopatadine, is now available over the counter as of March 2020. So you don't actually have to have a prescription to buy it here in the United States. So today I'm going to take an in-depth look into how it works, if it's effective, the side effects, and also the cost. So make sure you guys stay tuned. I'm going to have lots of pharmacist advice in this video. So everything is really starting to come to life again. So plants are blooming, we have pollen, we have allergens in the air, and a lot of people are starting to suffer from allergic conjunctivitis. So that just means that you have lots of inflammation and irritation around your eye. So I have a really useful picture here that kind of shows you what happens. So when you have pollen and other allergens, they can come in direct contact with your eye. So when this happens, antibodies are produced in the body. These antibodies are called IgE antibodies, and they travel and go to the mast cells. Now, the mast cells, they have histamine and eosinophils, among other things. There's lots of other substances and inflammatory mediators they also have, but those are the two we're kind of focusing on. And these end up causing allergic reactions. So you have an allergen that comes into the body, it binds to the IgE antibody, and it then causes the mast cell to degranulate. So this means that it causes the release of all this histamine and eosinophils. And that is what can end up leading to the tearing, the itching, the redness, the irritated eyes. So as far as how olopatadine works, so olopatadine is a mast cell stabilizer, so it prevents the release of the eosinophils and also the histamine. So that's kind of the mechanism of action of why it works really well for preventing the tearing, the redness, the itching of your eyes. So now we come down to the important part, so how effective is olopatadine? So there have really been a ton of studies done. It is a very effective medication. I just kind of wanted to give you the most recent studies so you guys kind of have an idea of how effective it is. So in 2018, they did a study of 120 people, and they either received the olopatadine 0.1% or they received the ketotifen. So ketotifen is just another allergy eye drop that you don't have to have a prescription for. So they covered them for 30 days and then they looked at the results. What they ended up finding is that the patients who had received the olopatadine, they had their symptoms of eye allergies go away on average of around 7 days. And then the patients who used the ketotifen, it took them around more like 15 days for those symptoms to go away. So overall, it was statistically significant that the patients who received the olopatadine, their symptoms went away much quicker than the patients who took the ketotifen. Now, the other thing we kind of want to look at is side effects. And really, there's not a whole lot of side effects with these eye drops. So the main two side effects that they noticed in the study were headache and then also eye irritation. And so they also found that it was statistically significant that the patients who received the olopatadine, they had less headache and less eye irritation than those who received ketotifen. So overall, in my opinion, the olopatadine is the clear winner in this situation. And then I thought it was also kind of interesting because you can actually get the olopatadine in a 0.1 and a 0.2%. So the 0.1% you use 1 drop in each eye twice a day, and the 0.2% you use 1 drop in each eye once a day. Now, as far as the price differences between those two, so the 0.1% for a 25-day bottle, it ends up being around $16 at Target. And then the 0.2% strength for a 25-day, it ends up being around $19. So it's only about $3 more expensive for the larger, or for the more concentrated version that you can use less frequently, which is probably pretty nice for some people because I know I don't like having to do eye drops multiple times a day. It's just easier to do it once a day and have it be super effective. I hope I gave you guys some useful information today. I'm really excited to see that eye drop available over the counter. It's always exciting when something was prescription and now it's available without a prescription. It really tends to usually be a really great medication that can really be helpful for a lot of people. So I hope that if you have any of these symptoms, you guys will try out the olopatadine. It'll work quicker than the other allergy eye drops that you can get without a prescription. It'll have less side effects. Overall, it's a really good medication. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And please make sure you guys stay tuned next Monday. I'm going to have another video with more pharmacist advice. Thanks, guys.